Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to start with the important compounds of boron. In the previous class, I have explained you about diboron. We are studying today borax. Now, in borax, children, there is types of borax. There are three types of borax. One is Na2B4O7 is borax glass, and Na2B4O7.5H2O is also called as Jeweller's borax, and it is octahedral in nature. Your jewelers also use this type of borax. Now, what is the use? It is used for the cleaning and the shining purposes. Okay, then Na2B4O7.10H2O is prismatic borax, which is a common form, and it is also soluble in water. This borax is also called as Tinkel or Suhaga. Okay, now let us see the structure of the borax ion. This is the structure of borax ion. It is star shaped type. Okay, now here there is oxygen between the two boron everywhere at the terminals, and as well as oxygen is in between here in the bridged form. So there are two types of hybridization here. The boron which is attached with OH group and it is bridged, it is sp3 hybridized, whereas the boron which is at the sides, okay, it is sp2 type of boron here. Okay, so this we have to see the structure of the borax ion, in which boron has two hybridization, sp2 and sp3 hybridization. This is the structure of borax ion. Let us see the preparation of borax. Now, from boric acid, how you will prepare? Boric acid will be treated with sodium carbonate, okay, and we will get Na2B4O7. This is borax glass. This is borax glass. And this is the next preparation method from colemanite. Okay, colemanite is nothing but it is the boron which is combined with calcium metal. Okay, so this is the combined form of the boron. This colemanite, when treated with sodium carbonate, it will produce calcium carbonate along with borax glass and sodium borate. Okay, now we will filter this mixture. On filtration, calcium carbonate will be given out in the form of residue and it will be filtered. Okay, this side will this borax plus sodium borate, it is filtered. That means it will come down in the form of filtrate. Then see, suppose I am doing a filtration, so this is my filtration method. Okay, so in the receiver what I am getting is the filter, and at the top of this the filter paper I get a residue. Okay, this residue is for calcium carbonate. Now this filtered mixture can be further crystallized. On crystallization I will get NaBO2. Okay, on treatment with carbon dioxide it will give me again borax here. Okay. Now the uses of borax is, it is used in soldering, welding, making glaze for pottery and also tiles here. Now the properties of borax. Borax gives a borax bead test here. Okay, in the borax bead test what actually is done is the borax is treated with different forms of the metal ions. Okay, and these metal ions form complex compound with it. Okay, so here iron, it gives green color, cobalt gives blue color, chromium gives green color, nickel forms a brown colored compound. Let us take some example. I am taking the example of copper sulfate solution. Okay, copper sulfate, when I treat with boron oxide, okay, B2O3, it gives me a blue colored bead because copper ion is blue color in nature. So this is in presence of oxidizing flame. Now in the presence of reducing flame, okay, reducing flame, so copper boroxide, okay, which is formed here, this CuBO2 whole twice, it is a mixture actually. Now this, when it is treated in reducing flame, we are using a reducing agent, that is carbon here. Okay, so it will give me copper boron oxide form here along with boron oxide and carbon monoxide. Then further on treatment, this copper boron oxide on treatment with copper, it will give me a red bead which is of copper only. So we have to remember that in the oxidizing flame it gives a blue bead, and in the reducing flame it gives what? A red bead of copper here. Now let us see some of the properties of copper. It is sparingly soluble in cold water, it is completely soluble in hot water, and Na2B4O7, which is a glass bead, when you treat with water, it becomes a slightly alkaline solution. So it produces what? NaOH and H2B4O7. This is a orthoboric acid. Na2B, sorry, H2B4O7. Okay, this is not orthoboric acid. This gives a slight alkaline solution here. It produces a slight alkaline solution on treatment with water. Then further we have when we use that same borax, okay, on heating this borax, it will remove the water molecules associated here. So we will get anhydrous form of white opaque mass is formed here. On further treating at higher temperature, it forms a glassy bead. Okay, it forms a glass bead mass here, NaBO2 form.